So in this video, I'm going to show how to install an Emacs initialization file. This is very important if you want to run code blocks inside Emacs, and it needs some customization. Now, the file that you use for that must be in the home location of your PC. And what we do in this video is we download the .emacs file to your computer and then put it in the home directory and restart Emacs in order to check that everything worked out. This is by far the easiest way to get that file. So the very first thing you need to do is you need to get this initialization file. I have a link here, tinyurl.com/lion Emacs. I'm going to click on that, and what you should see is that in the browser, the file itself opens. Here it is. And it doesn't really matter what's in it. We can discuss this in class. Basically, there is stuff that is important for you to be able to run code blocks. And there is a location to download additional packages from the web. Because Emacs comes with sort of a package manager concept. The original version is quite small, but you can add a lot of functionality, and you need this to do that. And then this is very important for our test, namely when you restart Emacs with the .emacs file in its right place, the menu bar and the toolbar of Emacs should have disappeared. So before you download this and then have to move it around, the easier way is to just start a terminal. So I'm going to do that here. I have the terminal already in my taskbar. If you don't, you can just type CMD on the command line, go to the command prompt, and a terminal opens. I've just moved this here from my other screen. And in the terminal, you simply type Emacs. If you don't have a file, my customization file, what you should see is this kind of vanilla Emacs, which has at the top, as you can see here, a menu bar, and below that a toolbar with icons. Yeah. So I'm going back to the web for a moment and download the file. Oh, sorry, we don't want to do that yet. We actually want to go to our Emacs and find out where the home directory is. Now, the home directory is the directory where Emacs wakes up. So if we type Ctrl+X D, we go to the home directory directly. That's these two characters that you see here, / indicate the home directory. An alternative is also to write $home. That's the variable that stores the place. So either of them will lead to the same directory, and this is where we want to go. I'm going to make this a little bigger here so you can see what's happening. This is the directory that Emacs considers home. That's where we want to drop the file. C users Birkenkra, in your case probably that's some other name. So I'm going to go back to the web, and I click the download button. And now I have to find that location. I click on my OS C, the C drive of my Windows computer. I find the users file, and here you can see there I am. So this file, users Birkenkra, C users Birkenkra, is where we want to drop the .emacs file. Now, the file name that is suggested here is Emacs, but what we want to call it .emacs. If it's not called .emacs, Emacs will not find it. So .emacs, and then just save. And it should show up here. Now, going back to the Emacs, which is still open, if you type S, like Siegfried, it's going to reorganize the buffer in such a way that the last file that you downloaded or changed is at the top. And here you can see the file. And the cursor is not on it, so I have to do Ctrl+N to go on the file, press Enter to look at it, just to check it's the right file. So now I'm fine. Remember, up here, menu bar and toolbar, and if the setup, the installation was right, we did everything right, then we should, when we restart Emacs, not see these bars. So I'm going to type Ctrl+X, Ctrl+C, or what you can also do is just close this buffer here. It doesn't actually matter. Yeah. And maybe I do this just for now. So I close this here. Emacs is down, and I go back to my terminal and I type Emacs. Hopefully, this will load the .emacs file from another screen. And as you can see, this is it. There's no toolbar here whatsoever. If we go to the home directory, we can see our .emacs file here at the top. And that concludes the installation.